Hey, there, Joe here. Hey, today I want to highlight one of our manufacturers we've had in the software, a great partner that's been in the software for a long time, and we've just updated some of their products in the software and added some new ones. So it's Lochinvar here, and you can see the boilers we have there of Lochinvars that's in the software for automatic selection. And let me just come here to File, Open Example, and we're going to come to Equipment Selection. And you'll see down here Lochinvar will have a selection of the boiler example and then a water heater. So let's just click on the boiler. And here you'll see we've just highlighted in yellow so you can kind of see that. And when you click on that boiler and do a selection, you'll see that it's the FBN 0751 and the unused capacity is 70% in efficiency. Okay, and then the one right above it, kind of the same, real close to efficiency. But let's go in. We can always switch the type. So I can come down and say, let's look at the night. Okay, now you see the picture change, a little bit different look of the boiler. And the little pink shading down there means that I need to do another selection. So I just hit selection again. And now it's going to have me scheduled the Lochinvar night KBX. This particular model is 37% unused, and this would be 50%. And then efficiencies there on those as well. Now, when we do selections of those, then we also have the head loss of those boilers. You'll see very low head loss, 2.21 feet. And so I had designed 15 feet, so I could lower that design to 5 feet. So that's all my pump would see in that system. Anyway, just wanted to make you aware of that. So today what we're going to do is we're going to look at the domestic project here. And I've laid this out, and I actually have a Lochinvar water heater here. And we've just put from the domestic tab here, I just put some fixtures down. And when you place a fixture down, let me go grab one. We'll come over here and grab like a dishwasher. When I put that on the screen, it's going to give me another dishwasher for the drain, waste, and vent. So just another component. So I'm just going to flip that around right here. And then when we connect that into the system, it's going to see that load from one dishwasher, and you'll see the load of that boiler go up as well as the load down on the fuel gas meter. Okay, a little bit because the water needed to heat that dishwasher up, right? And then I'm going to come over and connect in the drain, waste, and vent, and the piping over there obviously will change in size if it's right at that point in the piping on the pipe sizing that needs to. So anyway, that's just how you drag and drop and connect things. Now also, when you set up a project, we have default as kind of winter heating, summer cooling, economizer. In a plumbing project, you just come in here in the scenario manager and you delete that summer cooling. Okay, right there, hit delete, and then economizer would delete. And then the winter heating, let's just change that to just plumbing because that's what we're dealing here with the plumbing system. So remember, a scenario, we allow you to model different equipment under different weather conditions. So if you wanted to look at future loads, in a system, you can create a different scenario and say, this is my future, load for domestic. Another thing here, let's just come in here and let's just copy. Let's say we wanted to have two water heaters here, and we'll paste this next one in. It's going to give me a fuel gas piping, so let's go ahead and connect that in the system. It'll upgrade the piping down there and resize that as well as update that meter as soon as we hook that into the system up here. So there's my supply. We'll turn that over and connect that right into the hot water supply, and then the domestic from a tank, some source. Now, if all goes well, you'll see the two boilers are now 185,000 BTUs. The load down here is a little bit higher, right? Because of my altitude, if I double left click on the white screen, I'm going to see my weather data, where I'm located, elevation. So we adjust that water heater selection for the efficiency that it has, as well as derate it for the elevation. And then I can just, if I want to highlight and look at diameters, flows, whatever I want to see in that system, we can do that as well. Or I could come in here, I see this done a lot, click on those two. We can always mass edit things. So the water heater down there, we'll go in under key data and just say, you know what, I want each one to be 66%. And now we have a little redundancy between those two water heaters. Loads changed down on the fuel gas pipe as well. So the other thing I want to show on the plumbing system, which was asked this last week, I'm just coming here, I'm going to copy, let me just grab, see if I can, those fixtures right there, copy, I'm going to paste and put them over here. You'll see when it does that, it gave me the related domestic as well. And in the software, and I'm just going to come over here and grab on the drain, waste, and vent, and I'm going to come in and grab a waste line and put that up high, and I'm going to grab a vent line and put that down low. So typically in the software, the way the algorithm does sizing on the vent and waste piping is everything's down, so it knows vent lines are going up and waste lines are coming down. We have people that have come in the software, and I can change all these fixtures by just clicking on this toggle component from the top side to a top side view, to top view. Now I have a top view of these, and you could bring in a PDF background or just draw some floor plan around here of some type. So now it's a top view. And so our algorithm, if I go up and start hooking things up and the sewer's up high, right, it might not always know that is a waste line, okay? But we've kind of made additions for that to happen. So we'll just connect them all up here. And now let's go down, and the vent line, let's say, was headed over here, down that way. And so the vent line's lower, and when I connect that on, let's see if we can get it to foul up there. Okay, right up here. See how it doesn't know what that pipe is? It's saying, so I would, and it doesn't know what this pipe is. So I can click on that pipe and I can go in and change the type manually and just say, you know what, that is a vent branch, okay? And it'll change that to a purple line. And then it still sees that, oh, I don't know what's going on up here. And I come up there and I say, well, that is really, we'll just do the arrow there. That's a sanitary drain horizontal branch, or it could be a main line. I think it's more built middle. And then the flow, we need to give it a flow sometimes. And the flow in that pipe was from the bottom to the top, because that's where I put the sewer line going that way. Now you'll see everything's connected. And if I come in here, do another one, it might be right, it might be wrong. We'll just see what happens. Yeah, and then if I come down here, hook to a vent line, you might see that something might change again. If it does, okay, I got to go in there and just tell it that is a vent line. Okay, it's a branch vent line. So that's how, if you want to use the drain, waste, and vent as a floor plan option, our algorithm, like I said, was set up so it thinks of vents going up and waste going down. And so if you do that in floor plan, you can just go in and change those types. We're thankful for this new partner, Lochinvar. I should say new updated. We've updated their products. They've been in the software for numerous years. I'm guessing 15 or so years, where you can design around, select, and schedule your product. So now if I went and looked at all my schedules of this project, right, that's just File, Coordination File Options. I just say I want equipment schedules here in Excel. And if I've selected equipment, now look, the pink's changed on there. So I'm going to do a thumbs up button. That's going to select anything on this project that has pink. If the pink goes away, it's selected those. And now if I save that, okay, and then come in here, just save it as a project there on my desktop, and then desktop right there, and then do File, Open. We'll look, and we've got schedules created of whatever was on this project. So there'll be an Excel there. So water heaters, there would be my Lochinvar, BTUs, capacities, the outputs, everything that's related to the selection of that product, as well as other things. There's the vents, there's the condenser, neutralizer, and so forth. Hope this has been helpful. Hey, if you need help with the project, just reach out to me and we can help you move that along.